Thank you. For everyone who is just here for the first time, who's joining for the first time, my name is Yoma. I'm an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur for a number of years, for as long as I can remember. Have the honor of being a teacher. It just simply means that I embrace the experiences I have, even as I build life, even as I build business, even as I develop business relationships, even as I connect with people. I engage practically on a tangible level with life so that I can understand it, analyze it, and interpret it. Okay, so that's just basically what makes me a teacher. And I love the fact that I can do what I love while I'm trying to build the life that I want. Okay, so for everyone who is here, my name is Yoma, and I'm excited to be here. Someone invited you here for our business meeting. It's a business opportunity meeting of the Green Mondays company. The Green Mondays is an international conglomerate out from Nigeria to the rest of the world, creating a platform for amazing range of home, body care, personal hygiene, and health products that impacts the lives of people. As I shared, of course, as the topic of our message today, of our sharing today, I'm going to share how we can earn income from our everyday use, from products that we use every day, how we can earn every week, how we can earn every month. Now, the conventional wisdom that comes from our traditional system of education, as our academic intelligence, where we get our academic education from, dictates that or interprets that for most people, for the largest number of people, the way we're going to earn is that we go, of course, you first go to school, come out, get a good grade, and then you graduate from school, you get a fantastic job. So you earn 12 times a year. Of course, they talk about 13 months, they celebrate 13 months. And the whole idea of 13 months is that the organization or the government or the corporation where you work pays you an extra salaries to celebrate the end of the year, the new year, the Christmas, or whatever as the case may be. So you earn 12 or 13 times in a year. As we would know, due to a lot of factors that are human factors, but also beyond the scope of human factors, that promise of earning 12 times a year a lot of times is affected, and people can be in a position where they lose the earnings, or people can be in a position where the earnings are delayed. So people can be in a position where the earnings are stripped of their value in terms of in the impact of inflation, or maybe in a COVID-19 situation like this, a lot of salaries are slashed. I'm sure what I'm saying is nothing, way out there. It's not far from what it is that a lot of us have experienced. So it means that even 12, 13 times a year is not a guaranteed number of times you can earn. Now, there's nothing wrong in earning 12 times a year if it does what it needs to do. You don't earn the most simply because you earn every day. But the chances are for the person that earns every day, you're going to do better. You're going to be doing a whole lot better financially than the person that earns just 12 times. Okay, sorry. Let's put I think we can just mute the people that are on, my co-host now. Please help me. Just go to the people that are on and mute them. A lot of people are not muting themselves. Okay, so sorry for that, everybody. So the fact that you earn just 12 times a year, it's possible that you will earn better than someone that may be selling tomatoes by the side of the road, or someone that is a vulcanizer that has a customer 365 days of the year. It is possible, not always, but it's possible that you could be doing better than them financially. So even earning every day does not necessarily mean, but I'm saying that from experience, from what we know, from what we see around, the person or the people that earn on a daily basis seem to be in a better position financially than those that earn just 12 times in a year. Those that earn 52 times a year, that is every week, they seem to be in a better financial position than those that earn just 12 times in a year. Okay, so the point is, how can you be in a position, and see, there's a reason why it is very interesting, why it's important, why we want to be in that position. Because see, the income that you earn 12 times a year, a lot of times is clearly defined, it's fixed, especially if you are in Nigeria. In other parts of the world, it's a bit different, but it's fixed. If you are, what you earn every month. But if you can devise a system so that you earn every week, Now, look at what it does for you. First, the impact of inflation on your finances is reduced. I'm happy we have accountants, we have financial people here, we have people that, I mean, they can tell you, they can give you more about that, because look at it. If you were earning 100,000 naira last year per month, and there's an impact on it inflation-wise, depending on what the value of inflation is, by 2020, that same 100,000 naira, if you earn it this year in a month, could have lost 40% of its value. So such that it's now, even though it's still 100,000 naira in the numbers it is called, it is actually what it can only afford what used to bought with 60,000 naira. So it's in losing 40% of the value today. That money, thank you, time value of money. That money, that 100,000 naira is now actually just has the power, just has the strength, just has the value of 60,000 naira. So what does that mean? It means that even though you can say, okay, my company has not increased my salary, the situation, the vagaries of life, inflation and all of that has impacted on your earnings, such that really what has happened is that your earning capacity has dipped. But see, if you were earning every week, what happens? A lot of times, especially in our clients, if you're in Nigeria or in Africa, your earning every week is not fixed, because we are paid mostly monthly here in this part of the world. It is not fixed. So you operate a certain kind of system where you are in the dynamics of commerce on a regular basis. You are in the current, so the impact of inflation on your earning is not as much as when it is defined from 3 years ago. And that's what you are still earning today. And you are afraid to even leave that job, because it's not like there's anything better out there. And COVID-19 makes it worse. Ladies and gentlemen, our finances are very, very important, because our desires are interpreted. The way you know the desire of a man is how he delivers it with money. Our desires, our dreams, our intent is denied true expression because of lack of money. A man may love his wife and everybody says, wow, the way that man loves his wife. Ladies and gentlemen, it is what he does for her. As a matter of fact, he might not necessarily need to do anything to let the whole world see all of that. No, but just for him, his greatest satisfaction would be that, you know what, I love her, she doesn't care whether I have money or not, but I can really, truly show this person how I care about them. Ladies and gentlemen, our desires are denied expression. You love your children so much, but no matter how much you love them, you can't force them into a private school that you don't have capacity to finance. You feel more fulfilled, more happy, the real expression of your heart comes out. Why? When you're able to look at them and say, you know what, you are no more going to that private public school. I'm taking you to a better school, okay? We're all going to better school. Wow, I'm getting a lot of feedback. Please mute your mics when it comes to effects. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, I say this all the time, that whether you earn money every day or not, you spend money every day. Fact. People that do not earn money at all, they don't have any dream of earning a salary at the end of the month. They still spend money. People beg on the streets. People ask for alms in front of banks or churches or mosques or wherever people gather. They don't work for that money, but guess what? They earn money. Then they go spend the money. Oh, you're welcome, Mrs. Adeomi. Okay, thank you very much for joining us. So people every day, whether you make money or not, you spend money. That's a fact. Number two, everybody on earth is either a buyer or a seller. Now, I'm going to bring all of this together, all of these points I'm making. Everybody on earth, you are either a buyer or a seller. Interestingly, everybody on earth first is a buyer. They don't have any choice about it. No matter how much you love it, no matter how much you want to be on the side, you say, you know what, I don't want to buy anything, I'm not going to spend my money for anything. I'm not going to, no matter how much you feel about that, no matter how much you rant and rave about it, you need, unless you want to die, unless you want to lose your life, unless you want to lose your sense of reasoning. See, to just live life normally, not even flex or have fun or enjoy, just live life normally, you must be a buyer. But guess what? Selling requires proactive activity. To be a seller, to be someone that sells, to be someone that offers the buyers what they need at every point in time, it takes a whole lot. It's the reason why you could say that maybe 95% of the world, just 5% of the world rather, are sellers. Ladies and gentlemen, what does it take to ensure that you are not just the one buying, you are not just a consumer, that you actually get to the point where you are a producer? That really, really is what this conversation is about. It's saying that we live in a world where, whether you like it or not, to live the life of your dreams, to live the life that you desire, to produce the intent of your heart and see it physically on the face of the earth, you need finances on one hand. On the other hand, because of how the traditional system of earning, education and earning is defined, a lot of us are in really terrible positions. A lot of us are in financially debilitating situations because of the impact, the time value of money. The fact that what we are earning this year for many people was defined 3, 4, 5 years ago when there was no COVID-19, when there was no fuel crisis, when there was nothing of all of that sort. But guess what? You are here whether you like it or not, unless you decide to up and leave. And if you leave, where are you going to? Are you getting something better? Ladies and gentlemen, all of these situations come together. Of course, I'm talking about people that are employees. They are self-employed people. People that said, you know what, this is my area, there are a lot of people in this area, like the streets where I'm presenting from right now. Okay, there's good population. If I set up a provision shop around here, people who need to go far and all of that. Okay, now you do that, and then COVID-19 happens. You are not supposed to move. People are not supposed to move. Guess what? Your business is impacted. Your source of income is impacted. Your standard of living is impacted. Your family is impacted. All of a sudden, the same people that used to pick up stuff from your shop, they now do deliveries. They now have to, they prefer, oh, I want to sit at home and make orders for my food. I make orders for my every single thing. And then you are watching, you have your shop and you are seeing delivery bikes come to your street all the time. All your customers now have customers all over the city. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the reality of life, okay? This is the reality of what we are facing right now. And the value, the impact on our finances, ladies and gentlemen, for every one of us, the impact on our finances is huge, because it's not just our finances, it's our lives, okay? Is our standard of living, is the life of our kids, is the life of our sorry, I had to take off the video so that I can mute people that are making a lot of noise. Okay, so standard of living is the way our lives, our desires and our intents, they are interpreted. Ladies and gentlemen, to run away from the reality of what is facing you, they say that be an adult, be a man. What that means is saying that there is trouble, there is fire on the mountain. Okay, how are we going to prevent ourselves from being victims of this? Are we just going to keep being in a position where these things happen, COVID-19 happen, whatever is going on, and we just say, you know what, we just keep adjusting? You're adjusting your life, your standard of living, or you are adjusting your desires, or you are adjusting the kind of life you want to give your family and your kids. Ladies and gentlemen, be an adult. Being the adult in the room is saying that, you know what, there is trouble. This has happened. This does not present a crisis that burns the house down. This house actually prepares us, presents a situation, an opportunity for us to take our lives from where we are to where we need to be. Because, ladies and gentlemen, think about this. It's said that even in the worst crisis, I'm talking about wars, where there is major wars, people are moving from, they are migrating away from a particular location because there is killings, there's all of that. There are three major things that people cannot do without. Like I'm saying, like I said earlier, my story will all connect. Everything I'm pulling out will connect, okay? There are three things people cannot do without. One is food. Two, it's health, medicine. Three is shelter. And see, one of the things I've learned is that whenever there's crisis, whenever there is a change in the desires of people, whenever the appetites of human beings change drastically or even slowly, it opens up new opportunities for people who see not the crisis, but the opportunity. So have you looked at COVID-19? Have you looked at the situation and say, you know what, inflation keeps rising. Our economy is still a young economy. It's not the most developed economy. I mean, no matter how much you want to blame the government, that's your problem. The economy, we don't have a very developed economy. We don't have a strong, solid, diversified base for our economy. So at every point in time, you want to ask yourself, do I want to just be on the victim side of things? Do I want to just keep complaining and be among people that say, you know what, this whole country is going to flames, this whole country is destroyed, nothing is going on, nothing is going to happen? Is that what you want to be doing? Because the same emotions, the same energy, the same intelligence, the same fortitude, the same thank you for that comment, because it is affecting me massively. I can tell you that the feedback I'm getting from our mics, so many people are talking at the same time, is affecting me. But we carry on. Okay, so he's saying that, are you going to just sit down and watch all of these things? Right? Sorry. Or you want to be... Okay, sorry for that. As the host was meeting everybody, muted me too. Okay, so or you want to be in a position where you do something about your life. Now, the Pareto principle says that if there are 100 people in a place, that 20 people in that place are responsible for 80% of the results of that place. So what is he saying? He's saying that in the whole of Nigeria, as we have 200 million people, and people are complaining that, oh, the country has gone to blazes and all of that. There is a crisis in the land, there is famine, there is no money. When people are doing that, that just 20% of everybody in Nigeria controls the wealth, 80% of the wealth, while the remaining 20% of the wealth is shared by the remaining 80% of people. Ladies and gentlemen, the people that sit down and allow things happen to them, they have no choice but to keep being buyers. The people that get up and say, you know what, I will happen to things, are people that say, you know what, I am going to be a seller. I will not just allow things happen to me. I will not just look at Nigeria and say, oh, everything has gone to blazes. I will not look at the world and say, you know what, this COVID-19. I mean, if people look at me in future and say, why didn't you do well this year? I can happily tell them I have a prepared good excuse for them. No. We're saying that you need to stand up right now. You need to decide for yourself that the outcome that your life is going to produce in the next 2 to 3 to 5 to 7 years is totally going to be on the decision you take today. Okay? So, I mean, it's here. We are here. We are drawing the line right here, ladies and gentlemen. If you are here for the first time, you are drawing the line right here, and you are saying, you know what? There are many ways I can go, but I'd rather go in the direction of changing the rest of my life. See, the next 2 years will happen really fast. 3 years will happen really fast. Think about 2015. That's 5 years ago. What are some of the things we're doing? Is it not outstanding to you how we're in 2020 and it's like, really? 5 years has already gone. Now, what did you do with that 5 years? What decisions, critical decisions did you make in 2015 that is totally changing your world today? What critical relationship decisions did you make? What critical business decisions did you make? What critical network decisions did you make that is totally changing your outlook? As a matter of fact, because of some moves some people made in 2015, COVID-19 became a stepping stone to the next level of their life. Because of the decisions people made 2-3 years ago, COVID-19 hit as crisis for a lot of people, but it became an opportunity for them. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm bringing you here and I'm saying that we sit here at the crux of another opportunity time. 6 months has gone. I'm excited about people that made decisions in 6 months. I'm excited because almost every single day for the last 6 months, I can't remember a day I have not talked with people who are in the valley of decisions, who are saying, you know what, I want to do something about my life, who are saying, okay, tell me more, how can this whole thing change? How can this thing affect me? I cannot tell you that every single person I talk to made a decision for themselves to change their future. But I am excited about people who took a decision and today They are not where they need to be. Now, I'm not saying that it happened in 6 months. I'm saying that their life has totally, drastically taken a 180-degree turn simply because they made one decision. And what's that decision? I'm saying, think about it. I think when you look around yourself, you can find opportunity. Because like I said, health, food, shelter. No matter how bad things are, at the height of COVID-19, everybody was looking for how. So people didn't stop eating. The only thing is that people stopped going to eateries. Now eateries came to people. People didn't stop. I mean, people couldn't go to market, but it didn't mean that people were not cooking. What happened? People found a way to get their food stuff delivered to them. Ladies and gentlemen, it's amazing. People were not spending money on clothes. They were not spending money on parties and the rest. They were spending money on food, medicine, and ensuring that there was solid hygiene around them so that they had a wonderful time for their families, so that they had a healthy outlook for their families. I want to ask you, think about it. You didn't make money every day, but you were spending money every day. Can you look at it, think about the things you are spending money on every single day while you're home? Food, medicine, care, personal care, body hygiene. Every day you have to have your bath. You took care of yourself because you need to look good. When people come around, I mean, even if it's your neighbors that are coming around, they came around to someone that, they came around to see someone that, they could engage with, okay? You had to smell good, okay? What else? When you, because of COVID-19, you wanted to be in a situation where your hygiene was top-notch because you had kids. You don't want your kids to suffer from, anything that puts them in the firing line of COVID-19, of coronavirus. The point I'm making is this: all of these things that you were spending, all of these things that you were using, all of these things that you were engaging with and interacting with, somebody was making money because you were buying it. There was a seller somewhere that positioned themselves. As a matter of fact, the government even allowed the shops close to your home open up. Why? So you could go get these things to take care of yourself. Now think about it. What if you were the one making those things available to everybody around you? I'm not saying the world, leave the world. Everybody around you during the lockdown. And even now. That everybody around you, when they needed things for their personal care, their soap, their body care, their health, and they had, imagine, think about it. What if you were the one making it available to them? Okay, maybe that's going too far. What if what you were using for yourself and for your family, for your kids, what you were using? I'm not saying you sold any, but just what you were purchasing every time was earning money. That every time you use them, you earned exciting income. Even if it was little income, I tell people there's extra income, there's great income, there's amazing income. I'm saying just extra income. That every time you were purchasing things to use for yourself, every time you're purchasing things to use medicine and all of that for your family, guess what? You are getting paid. Think about it. Ladies and gentlemen, our company, Green Monday Opportunity, gives you a fantastic, phenomenal opportunity to bring all of these things I've talked about. Your extra, the fact that you need to earn income, the fact that you would love to earn, I would prefer that you earn every week. My phone, okay, I got muted. So imagine that you were earning every week simply because of what it is that you did. Because of the activity of your family, their usage of these products and all of that. Ladies and gentlemen, our company has some of the most amazing products in the world, and positioning yourself right where these are needed gives you the leverage you need to earn extra income, great income, then amazing income in the long term. And we use a system we call network marketing. It's a system of distribution that ensures that products can move from one person to another without following the traditional systems of distribution. And what is traditional system of distribution? Just to help you know, just to help you understand what it is that we're talking about, just to help you see where the real business, where the real opportunity is here, okay? That in the traditional system of distribution, people would get a product manufactured, from the manufacture of a product, is stored in the warehouse. From the warehouse, it is taken to the key distributor, from the key distributor to the wholesaler, from the wholesaler, then to the retailer, and then to the final consumer. Now, of course, like as I've explained, we all understand how that, because of the new normal we find ourselves, because of the new space we find ourselves, the system of distribution has been disrupted. Now, with that system of distribution disrupted, who are those positioning themselves to ensure that this income that is now diverted into this new system of distribution, into where people are now making their demands, into where people's needs have moved to? How do we ensure, who are the people rather that have positioned themselves there so that they can earn phenomenal income from this? Ladies and gentlemen, all of this ties in for us. I have many ways I can share this with you. But for me today, I just want to let you know that it is absolutely possible for you to earn every time you use products yourself, every time your family use products, every time people around you deal with one health challenge or the other. You can be in a position where you're earning commissions, you are earning phenomenal income, and of course, it can go as big as you want. Why? Because you can decide to share with your friends and family. You can decide to share with people around you the amazing, amazing products that we have. Now, I'm just going to highlight them, because the Green Monday, like I said, opportunity platform is a distribution network for these products. And our products fall into the reader range of products for health and personal hygiene. And then we also have the body care and personal care products. 1 second, while I ensure that every one of us can see this, so we can see some of these products. Okay, I'm going to share my screen right now. Awesome. 1 second, 1 second. I want to go straight to the product. Our flagship product is the Reader Herbal Bitters. Okay, the Reader Herbal Bitters, phenomenal products because of the impact it has. As a matter of fact, there's something we call oxidative stress. And what is oxidative stress? As you can see on the screen, oxidative stress is a situation every single person has a challenge with today, basically. Why? Because it is when free radicals are released into our system because of damage of cells. And these things happen on a daily basis due to the things we take, due to the water, alcohol, smoking, the way people live, basically. The way people live, we live, let me not say people now, the way we live on a daily basis impacts on our health. And that is in the form of oxidative stress. So it is said that oxidative stress is responsible maybe for 80% of the health conditions of people. Ladies and gentlemen, with the stress people are going through, the fever people encounter lack of sleep, and all of that people encounter, things like high blood pressure, diabetes, malaria, and the rest of them. You can be in the middle of that entire situation, providing solutions for their health, but also earning commissions because you enable the Green Monday opportunity to extend that phenomenal product to these people. Ladies and gentlemen, you're earning every day, you're earning every week. It doesn't stop you from doing whatever business you're doing. It doesn't stop you from the salary job that you are on. But it gives you the platform, the amazing platform to do what? To reach people and also earn phenomenal income, to ensure that your dreams, your short-term dreams and your long-term dreams are realizable, okay? So we have the Reader Herbal Bitters flagship product. Fantastic for its antifungal properties. It's phenomenal, amazing stuff, okay? Testimonies every day are mind-blowing. I hear so much on a daily basis that sometimes I'm like, wow, is this for real? Even though I've heard so much. And then we have the variants of the Reader Herbal Bitters. So we have the Reader Fat Burner that is good for reduction of fats. I mean, you can use it as a lifestyle product. You can use it to treat for people that want to reduce, people that have maybe excess fat in different parts of their body. It is amazing. And the beautiful thing is that this is natural. This is natural. A friend of mine today, I was sharing with, say, is it really, really natural? I said, because she called the name of another company that has some products and said that I checked through their products and I realized that it's not really, really natural. I said, this one, it is absolutely natural. We have the Reader Cleanser for inflammatory issues, people that have boils, you have issues with the liver, with the stomach, and all of that. Our cleanser is good for that. Okay, so you can imagine the range of solutions that you are providing without leaving your home, without leaving your job, without leaving your business. Okay, and then we have the Reader Restore for women, for fibroid issues, people that have libido issues, challenges, and the rest of them. We also have the version for men, which is the Reader Fire. Ladies and gentlemen, we have personal hygiene products like the disinfectants, okay? We have our Reader hand sanitizer, our hand wash. These are kind of testimony. But ladies and gentlemen, do not forget that all of this, I'll make this very clear, whether you make this available to yourself and your family or not, whether you make it available to your friends, your neighbors or not, somebody else is making it available. Like I said, the question I'm asking is, as people are using health, personal hygiene, and personal care products around you every day, how are you positioned to earn? Are you the one making commissions off it, or every other person else is doing what? Is making that not only makes these products available, but makes a lot of training available to empower you to be the best at sharing this value, okay? There's a lot of leadership, there's a lot of you see me talking here today, I wasn't presenting this good many years ago, okay? But today, I am presenting at this level simply because someone, somewhere, shared this with me, and I saw the opportunity, and not only shared with me, they came to me with trainings, with mentorship, with coaching, and I'm here, I'm sharing, and the same thing I'm sharing with other people, okay? So if you have any testimony, I would like to take a few testimonies right now of people that have experienced our products. I know that there's so much more. As a matter of fact, I see so many people here, I can just keep calling them because, but I just want people to volunteer and just share with me very, very quickly. I'll give a few minutes for us to share. I want about 1, 2, 3. I can get 2, 3 people to share quickly, okay? Their experience with these products, amazing, amazing products. There's more, okay? There's more products. We have our healthcare products. I'm trying to get the pictures of them out on the screen. We have our healthcare products, our home care products rather, body care products, for your hair, for your body butter, our hand wash, our hand sanitizers. I mean, the range of products are almost 20. So you are positioned in a space where you are producing amazing solutions to. Yeah. Susan's hand is up. One of my co-hosts, please help unmute her so that she can share her testimony. I'm really interested in. I've not heard from Susan in any of our sessions before. I would love to hear what she has to say. So please let's unmute Susan.
Susan, please unmute yourself.
She's on mute already.
Okay, Susan, I think.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, we can hear you finally.
Oh, okay. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I think first of all, I'll give accolades to Mrs. Temitope Taiwo. She's been on my neck to be on one of these platforms, but I'm a very busy person. I'm a doctor. So it's not very easy coming up like this. So when I saw her just sharing one, like, okay, fine, just give me the time. I'll see what I can do. Now, this isn't exactly my testimony, but it's my mom's testimony. So I'll share it because she's on this platform. She started complaining of arthritis pain for maybe 6-7 years now. And medically speaking, I'm giving everything I know I can give. I've sent her to other specialists that are not in my own area of specialty that can handle the arthritis for her. And there's no pain you can think of what I wasn't taking. Trust me. So I said, okay, let's just give it a shot. So I think I happened to have interpret Taiwo in the shop or something. So and then she was just talking about that. I said, okay, fine. I would like to talk to patients about something I have not tried. I said, okay, I'll use my mom as a sample. Let me just give me this part. And she said, oh, okay, you know what, doctor? To prove that this is very, very effective, I will give you one out of my stock. Give it a shot. If it doesn't work, then come back. I was like, is it that? Okay, fine. Herbal things and all, medicals and the herbals. You know how both of us can go. So I decided to give it a shot. I gave it a shot. And in fact, she's on my neck again now presently to get her more. These are her reports, and I'll say it as she said it. She said, the pains just suddenly disappeared. And then she used to have this dizziness, that is associated with that pain. The pain comes from this side of her head all the way to this side of her neck. Her nerves are, she's always in excruciating pain that she will wake up at 3 a.m., 2 a.m., and like, what else will she take? I've taken this, I've taken that, I don't want to mention drugs. And I'm like, hey, what kind of wala is this? And she has gone for all manners of x-rays. Nothing is wrong and all. I know it is arthritis, especially when, like now that the weather has changed, it's cooler. Up in the east, it's very, very cold right now. It's raining like every day. And I've been on the Mr. neck now to please supply me. So she just said, okay, instead of just doing the supplies, why not just come in once and for all, doctor? Okay, let me come and hear what you are saying. And but in all sincerity, Ryder is doing fine. I have not had to try the other types. I've had a patient with extremely high cholesterol, very high. We've given everything medically right that we can give. So I saw somebody's testimony on Mrs. Temitokwe's status. So I chatted her up. I said, okay, I have this patient. I'm going to send him to you. I don't want to know what you want to discuss about drug money and all of that. But just let him come back with a good testimony. If he gives me a good testimony, I'll talk about it to my colleagues. He gives me a good testimony, I'll talk about it with other patients. And he did, He just came back, I think last week, okay, about 7 days or 10 days ago now. He came for his cholesterol recheck. And for the first time, since I've known that patient in about 2-3 years, the cholesterol is way down. And I was really impressed.
Awesome. Awesome.
I would also love to have other doctors who can come in. Then, if this is a suggestion now, if we can have a webinar for doctors, or if you can visit hospitals or facilities, pull 1 or 2 doctors, like the facility where I work, Mr. can give you more details. Let's have 1, 2, 3 doctors. Let's sit down. Come and tell us about Ryder. Tell us what it contains. Give us reasons why we should trust you with our patients. Give us reasons and feedbacks how that we're not pushing the medicine away, no, but we are saying something that can be better and that can also help. Because I've looked at her status over and again. I've seen lots of testimonies. I've even heard, I think I also sent her a patient with one terrible ulcer. The patient is far, far, far better, I don't know which of the brands the person took right now, but whatever the person took, Ryder is actually working. And it's something I would love to give a shot. And also want the medical board to come online with it. So this is just my testimony. Sorry it's taking this long. I'm so sorry about that. But this is just my testimony.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Awesome.
I'm excited that I got to allow you to speak. Just let you know, we have doctors in the house. We have doctors who are listening. We have a lot of doctors who are driving this.
Oh, that's great.
So it'll be great to have something organized and you can get all of you together and you can, I think what you have suggested is awesome because once you can make it happen on your end, maybe get your colleagues together. It's not a problem to get our doctors together and health practitioners. We have people on every side who are doing this, who now understand the value of what this is. And they are driving this even to the top. I mean, I'm talking about the business angle of it. So thank you very much, Doctor. It was good to talk to you. So I don't know if we have any other testimony so that we can take one or two more testimonies. Yeah, you're welcome, madam. Any other testimonies so that we can take one another? Okay. So I mean today. Okay. Sorry. Who is speaking? Someone has a testimony.
Yes, I have a testimony. I'm driving, so I'll just.
Oh, okay. Please go ahead.
Okay, so my daughter we traveled to Toronto, and my daughter was having this change of environment, allergy reaction on her face. She had lots of rashes on her face, and my family, usually my kids, any small thing is reader. They self-medicate on reader. Took some of the reader bitters and rubbed it on her, applied it on her face. By the next day, she woke up, she was like, Mommy, this reader did not work like before. I'm like, try it again. She said, no, I will try the balm. She's 9 years old. She said, I will try the balm. I said, you put balm on your face? I said, yes. Say he said, reader to the rescue. Let's try the balm. Lo and behold, the next day, everything was gone. It was clear. Just to show me, said, I told you, it's like that reader balm is more powerful than the reader bitters. Maybe the reader bitters work more for wound. She was doing the analysis for me. She said, maybe the reader bitters works more for wound, because when I have a cut and I put it there, it dries it up. Then maybe for rashes, I think the balm works better. I said, whatever works better for you is okay. So that's one testimony on the balm, because I don't think I've heard somebody give testimony of the balm working for rashes. That's a testimony on the balm. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Peace. Thank you all the way from Canada. Everyone, this has been a really wonderful one. For me, I want to reiterate what I said earlier. That whether we like it or not, people around us, our neighbors, our friends, our market is all around us, and there are people that have needs. Now, we have a phenomenal platform that gives you these really massive, okay, I can see some people want to still give testimonies. I will allow one or two more. These products do amazing stuff, okay? But to let you know that riding on, I mean, what makes these products, I mean, if possible for these products to go far and wide is the distribution network that is behind it. Ladies and gentlemen, like our doctor that gave our first testimony shared, she's not even on the platform. She needs a lot of convincing. Of course, the medical personnel, we have a lot of people like that because they are space. But right now, you can imagine the business opportunity, because think about it. The pharmaceutical companies who make the orthodox medicine available to patients all over the world, they are making a lot of money from doing that. Of course, they are solving a good problem, right? Now we have solved a problem. Our company gives us the opportunity to leverage the network marketing model to distribute this. So as these products are going out, you're earning on a daily basis, you are leveraging your network, your friends. You can see that Peace called him all the way from Canada. She doesn't need to be in Nigeria. The person that got her in doesn't need to be in Canada. But because they have some form of relationship, she can introduce her to say, you know what, do this. And then she can introduce her friends who are in Canada who would never have known about the product. But somebody here in Nigeria sat up and said, you know what, I have a friend in Canada, she has to know about it. Ladies and gentlemen, we train you, you'll be trained on how to do that, you train on how to build your team, you train on how to be a better business person, you train on how to manage your finances, you train on how to be a better leader, you train on how to speak properly, how to engage people, how to be more better with relating with people, your relationship skills, your team building skills, your leadership skills. It is amazing the benefits that come apart from the finances. Your finances, you can earn phenomenal. I mean, people are earning amazing income on a monthly and a weekly basis. This can be your reality, okay? So before we go, I'll allow Uziz. I can see that Uziz Forex wants to share testimony. So I'll allow you on mute now, Uziz. I really love to hear what you have to say, okay? So I've asked to unmute, so just unmute yourself and then you can share your testimony. Oh, I also
Hello,
have
good evening.
All right. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
I hope the house is hearing me now.
Yeah, I can hear you very loud and clear.
Okay. Now, my story is a bit shocking. Like 2 hours ago, I went to a lady in Adam Estate in Ikotun here to buy frozen foods. So I was telling her that my wife could not come because she's not feeling fine. She asked me what was wrong with her. I told her she was having this strong stomach pain and she was just lying on the bed there. She couldn't stand up. So she just brought out, she asked me if I will want a product that could make my wife stand up today. I was curious. I said, what does this woman mean? I said, madam, let me see. And she brought out a product. I don't even know the name, but it's Radar. I don't know whether I'm right. Radar something bitters.
Yeah, yes.
So
You
she
are
was
right.
calling the name for me. So she said it will work for her. And after buying the frozen foods I wanted to buy, I asked for the price. She told me the price, I think about 2005. And I looked at the whole thing. I said, can this thing work? So I bought it and I took it home. So when I dropped the frozen food in the kitchen, and I brought the message, I told my wife that I came with a drug for you. So she was curious, which kind of drugs, because the pain is too much. And I gave it to her, told her how the woman said I should give her to take. And she took this medicine, she mixed it with water, and then she drank it. And behold, she has just finished cooking now. She stood up and she went to the kitchen and she was able to prepare.
Hey!
Are you serious?
She was able to cook now. And I'm so surprised, I'm so shocked. So I have somebody else, she asked me to show the product to, because she now took the reflex, the reflex inside to read. And she saw a lot of things that the product can do, and it's actually what she needed. So I am thinking of taking part of it this evening. I hope it won't be a bad idea.
Thank you very much. I think today is very interesting. We're having people who have not used.
So the same person gave me the link to join this Zoom. That's how I am here. So I
agree that your story is a very interesting story. Just 2 hours ago, and you have a lot of testimonies, and you're able to even make it into the meeting. Yeah. I think today we have people who have not joined the platform, but who have used the products, and they are the ones sharing testimonies. So I really like that. Thank you very much, sir. We expect to see you immediately on board, and we can get going. As you can see on the screen, I have the various options of how you can get started. The lowest is 40,000, but the one that gives you the best option of earning and depth of earning and more opportunities products is 750. But whichever option you come up with, anybody that is on this platform that is not yet on the platform, you get more products. Number one, you can't lose because you get more products than you pay for. That's the first thing. That's beautiful. That's amazing. The products you get from day one is much more than what you pay for, and then you can begin to build from there. Also, I want to allow the last person, I think it's Hadiza Rabba from Sokoto. Let me allow you share your testimony. I saw your hand up, right? I hope she's still in the, it's like she's out of the room. I saw her hand up, no problem. It seems like our doctor still has, the kind of testimonies this our doctor has and she has not joined yet. It's amazing. Talked about fat burner today also. She used fat burner for one of our patients, and she didn't even need to finish the bottle before she dropped from 79 to 70. Wow. Okay. Hello. Okay. Mrs. Hadiza, you can go ahead and share your testimony.
Good evening, all.
Good evening, madam.
Okay. I have many testimonies, but the one I'm going to share now is that, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
The one I want to share is about a lady that bought reader from me. She was complaining of knee pain. Her knees were paining her. If she's going to pray, she has problems, this and that. So when she bought the 250 ml reader beaters, that's the 2,500 bottle, She started taking it. In 2-3 days, what she told me, the first thing she noticed was her sleep. So at times, if every night, after maybe an hour or two, she'll have to wake up. But when she started taking reader, it was a sound sleep, sound sleep. Then it was later now the knee pain went away. She was using the reader and the balm. So the knee pain went away. She brought a lot of customers. The customers that
What is that?
going to just sit and balm. The house will bring this one, bring that one. When she started taking reader beaters, she really thanked me. She thanked me with her own money, but she was thanking me. Because she told me later that she can even sweep her room and parlor, do the cooking alone without the help of the house help. So reader is Baba, reader rocks. Reader is a very wonderful thing, and we thank God that we are into.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing. I think Mrs. Dupe wants to share also. I hope I noticed that right. Okay, Mrs. Dupe, let me unmute. I've opened up so you can unmute and share, madam.
Okay. Okay, I've even started typing my testimony. And I just wanted to share it because it happened yesterday. And today I got the result. The lady selling pepper around my area, I just saw her briefly yesterday on Sunday. I said, okay, how is everything? How is your child and everything? Said, I cannot come to sell today. The baby is very, very sick with cold. I said, what did you do? Say they have visited the hospital, but there's nothing is changing. So I said, okay, wait. And I went in and I brought the balm, the small one. I said, okay, use this one to rub those hot baths, use the balm to rub the baby and cover the baby. And let's see what happens by tomorrow. This afternoon, as I came back, I saw the baby and everybody running, scatter up, and I said, what happened? He said, the husband, everybody came and started thanking me that it was the balm. Immediately they rubbed the balm like this. That was just the solution. And the baby has been running up and down since yesterday. So I thank God for reading. The balm is really working, especially it was fantastic.
Yeah.
I was happy.
I'm very glad because today, we've heard testimonies from the BAM, we have heard from Bitters, we heard from Fat Burner, we've heard, it's just been back to back. And we've heard mostly from people that have not even come on board the platform. They use the products and they even made it into the session. I loved the testimony of Mr. Uzid Forex. I think that he just 2 hours ago, he just knew about this and then he was able to come on board with results to prove. So I want to share with everyone that what we have is really phenomenal. We even had testimonies from Canada today. It is amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, the point I made at the start of this session is that every day people make expenses on personal hygiene, on personal care, for their health also. The point is you are either a seller or you're a buyer on the face of the earth. Just less than 5% of people on earth are sellers, right? Everybody buys, whether they want it, whether they like it or not. Where you position yourself right now tells you where you're going to be the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. Okay, so I want to encourage every one of us, look at the options for getting in. I encourage everyone, go for VIP. With our VIP option, you get products worth over ₦1 million, even though you pay just $750 to get started. And then there's amazing stuff on board. There is platinum, of course, there's gold level, there's silver level. Talk to the person that invited you. Ask them what you need to know, what you need to get started, how you can ensure that you are the platform through which everyone around you and even across the world gets to use the reader range of products. Okay, thank you very, very much. People are not poor because they have money or they do not have money. Okay, people are poor because they pass over opportunities. So get in, get started, hold the hand of the person that invited you. This was much more concentrated on our product today, but there's just so much from leadership, like I said, to personal finance, to to you discovering your place, discovering, I mean, you saw a lot of people sharing testimonies, talking. There are people that will never ever step out to say anything. Some people that you hear talking today would never stand in front of their friends to even speak. But personal development we are big on personal development, we are big on financial intelligence, we are big on leadership, we are big on strategic thinking, how you can take advantage of the opportunities around you and help everyone around you. And the beautiful thing is that this is a Nigerian company, Nigerian product, made world-class standards, phenomenal results, fast results, and it's going around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get in and get started. Thank you very much for sticking with me. Everyone, please get started, okay? There's so much in front of us than we can even imagine. Thank you, everyone that shared with me, all my co-hosts, all the guests that shared, everyone that came in. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate you all. I hope you had a wonderful one. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Coach.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Coach.